Hello, how are you? Welcome in. Happy Tuesday to you. How's everybody doing? Hope you've had a wonderful last couple days, I should say, because I wasn't here with you guys yesterday. So as you pop on, feel free to say hello. If you no longer see that red live button, you guys know the routine. Please hit hashtag replay. Let me know that you were here, and I'll say hi back. How's everybody doing? I have no voice. Hi, Julie. So if I sound like I'm going in and out, I'm literally going in and out. It's me. It's not Facebook. It's not your phone. It's me. Don't ask me how I lost it or what the heck happened, but apparently all that coughing, my voice went bye-bye. How are you, Julie? Welcome in, ladies. Hi, Karen. How are you? All right. So my voice will probably get worse as we go, but it's all right. We'll work through it. Hi, Julia. All right, let me share you out a little bit and then we can get going. We're going to start another bottle. So we're going to talk about this for a hot minute. As we kind of go. So, hey Trish, hi Joanne. How is everybody? Hi Meg. Welcome in. Hello, Joanne. Thank you for sprinkling. Appreciate that. All right. So, hello, Belinda. Hi, Sheila. I am good. Hi, Joyce. How are you? Did you see the finished bottle? I did post it. I know a bunch of you commented on it. I love it. I think I put it, where is it? It's right there. Right there. I love that bottle. Hi, Barbara. Thank you for sprinkling, Joanne. Happy New Year's to you. Are you guys doing anything New Year's Eve? I'm debating on whether I'm doing anything. Hi, Laura. How are you? I don't know if I'm doing anything or not. I don't know if I should go out, should not. I don't know. I'll probably just stay around here, but having a hard time with just sitting here, I guess. It turned out beautiful, the green bottle. Thank you. I love it. I absolutely love that bottle. That one's going to be a hard one for me to let go, but it's all right. It's got to go. It's got to go. All right, so where is... Go into one more. Hi, Diane. How are you? Sorry, y'all. Who's got all this wicked, and I do mean wicked wind? My whole backyard is rearranged. Not that I can go back there, but it is completely rearranged. Yes, it's be cleaning my home. Appraisal is Friday. Are you moving, Barbara, or are you just getting it appraised? Are you selling and moving? And I just didn't know about it? So we're going to work on this bottle. Guys, I don't know. I think it was like an Absolute bottle. Pretty sure that's probably what it was. I don't remember. I tore the tags off and primed it. But I think it was an Absolute bottle. So my thought was I want to put this on there, but I want to do something totally different. Just hanging at the house. Yeah, I don't know. Hi, Miss Helena. Hi, Kaylee. I also thought about possibly doing this, refinancing. Okay. But what I want to do, so here's my thought. So I have that one, and then I have the gold one. This one might be too big for what I'm planning on doing. 50 mile, that's what we had, like 50, 60 mile an hour winds. Like a lot of people without power. Sorry, this is noisy. I actually wanted to go live yesterday. There was no way I was going live because my internet was like on 1 minute, off 1 minute, on 1 minute, off 1 minute. And every time you thought you had a break, it started all over again and it just kept going out. So, oh wow, that's gonna be a lot. So what my thought process was, I don't know, maybe I don't want to bring bling to it. Okay, I know this one's too much, so we're not going to use that one. I might like this. So what my thought was is I want to do like half of this black and half of it soft pink and checked. Does that make sense? And then I want to fine line crackle it. And then I want to put gold into the fine line. Hi, Miss Donna. Long may your chimney smoke. This is what we say in Scotland. Oh, how cool is that? Hi, Leslie. Oh, Leslie. I'm sorry. I'll send it to you when I hop off of here. Oh, geez, oh, man. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. Happy New Year to you, too. So, I'm going to wait till I get a few more of you in here, and then we're going to talk about, hi, Therese, an auction. Hi, Patricia. How are you? Turn on notifications. I know, Kimberly. I'm so sorry. So, this Would You Bend is 2111. So, if you go to my Would You Bend link, you get 2 of these. They always come with 2 in it. Feeling ambitious tonight, are we? Well, you know, I don't know. There's a reason for it. We'll get to that. Hi, Diane. So I kind of want to do half and half and crackle it, but I want to check it as well. I almost had no voice yesterday. And the more I talk, the less I'm going to have a voice, which, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. Hi, Rochelle. Hi, Karen. It was that nasty cough I had. I mean, luckily I'm not coughing like crazy. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna use the Would You Bend piece. I love this. So it doesn't wrap all the way around, and that's okay. It doesn't need to. So here's my thought. See, bottles have seams. Did you ever notice like the glass on the bottles have seams? So I get like super OCD about it, and I have to go like my front face, the seams have to be on the side. You're going through puberty. Don't make me laugh, because it's even worse when I laugh. Oh my God, stop it. I didn't think about it that way. It does sound like I'm, oh my God, I gotta stop talking now. So I love this piece. Thanks a lot, Therese. Now I'm just gonna be feeling like I'm a little 13-year-old boy, or however old they are. Hey, Sybil. Leave it to Therese. Okay. So I love this piece. This piece is absolutely beautiful. Andrew, I just saw your comment. Hello. How are you? For $1.24 today. That's awesome. Do they have them on clearance? Don't tell me that. I don't want to know about Hobby Lobby and clearance or anything. So, what I think I want to do, hi Bay, how are you? Let's straighten this back out and let's kind of figure out our colors. Because I want to fill the center of this with gems. And I have the prettiest stones right here. These are originally from Hobby Lobby. These are the, it's the blue on the coffee pot behind me. That was the, hold on, I still have the bottle. It is Night Shadow is what it's called, and it's the Sparks paint by Finnabair. This you can get if you go to my Crafting Chaos link. She carries the Finnabair. The Sparks is what makes it so absolutely beautiful. Healthy eating habits in a day or two. You're doing the same thing I am, Therese, because I'm like throwing everything in my house away, or at least I'm going to try. Hi, Sam. And I'm going to have to figure it out because I got some stuff yesterday. I went with a friend. And I got some stuff yesterday to make like, it's kind of like this tea that I make. It was 80% off today. The bottle was on the back clearance. Oh, gotcha. Okay. And hi, Inga. so I think I've told you guys, like I used to make this before. So it's got turmeric in it. It's got cinnamon in it. It's got ginger in it. You take like shredded carrots and put that in it. You boil it all together, oranges, lemons, and real honey, like natural honey. And then you cook that for several hours and you let it cook down and cook down and cook down, and then you strain it and you drink it that way. I love it hot. It is so good, and it's sweet, and it's got like the citrusy and the cinnamon and the ginger, like the potency of the ginger in it. I put a lot of ginger in it. It's supposed to be really good. It's really good for you. It's good for like your stomach. It's good for your muscles. It's got turmeric in it. It's good as far as like it'll help with your cold. It makes you feel better. It honestly helps you lose a little bit of weight. I have a big box of foods that I am donating to my churches. Oh, good for you, Trees. So I need to make that because I need to start like paying attention to what I'm doing and what I'm eating so that I start to feel better, because this is ridiculous. I'm just so tired, and a lot of that is the fatigue. Either it is some of it the MS, some of it is just stress and everything that's going on. So it's like I need to start concentrating on doing the same thing, Tree. So I get it, and I need to lose these pounds I gained over Christmas. Yeah, ours dropped like significantly. Rich food made some. Oh my God, that's one of my favorite things ever, is like French onion, lentil soup, bean soup, stuff like that. Yes, that's good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. So the bottle, we're putting this on it, right? So I need to pay attention when we do this. So this is going to be the seam. We're going to do half checked pink and black, I think. How do we want to do this? I want to do this totally different. Somebody throw something out here. So if I put this on here, okay, we check the bottom half of the bottle, because Lord knows I'm not trying to check the top half of the bottle. I'm not that ambitious. You too? Yeah. And then the top can either be black on keto. Kellyanne, if you message me, I'll send it to you for sure. It's kind of like, I don't have an actual like recipe. It's just everything that I put in it. And you can change things up. Like if you don't like the lemons, you can put limes in there. If you don't like the lemons or limes, you don't have to do any of it. You can do the oranges. I do a ton of ginger. There's just so many different ways you can make it. And the Ollie brand 10 milligrams for sleep. That stuff works. Scrambled egg sandwiches, do you do mayo and cheese? Because it's the best. It's not even like a tea, because there's no actual tea in it. It's just a drink that you make. I call it tea. It's not really tea. Pink and gray. Well, what about, because I want to do gold. So is pink and gray and gold? I'm out of that blue, Julie. Or I'd be painting a lot of things that blue, but I am out of that blue right now. Whatever I do, I kind of want to crackle. I don't know if I may want to crackle it and then do like, I want to put gems in the middle here. These are the ones that I'm going to be using. If you private message me, I will send you guys the, yeah, so if you guys private message me, like I'll send it to one person, then I'll just copy and paste it to whoever messages me that they want the recipe, and I'll send it to you. I mean, I'm by no means a doctor or any of that. It's just natural stuff that does help you feel better. So pink and brown. Oh. Hi, Donna. How are you? Okay, so I know those gems are going in the middle. Let's kind of draw a line, because we're going to have to do checks, right? You're very welcome, Leslie. So now I need to figure out, okay, let's use this. Like a champagne with ivory, then your bling. So no pink. Well, I want to do like a half and half bottle. So half of it's going to be checked. So I need a solid color for the top. Does that make sense? You want me to keep it like super light colors? Ginger itself is so good for you. It really is. And then you add like the turmeric and absolutely, it's very good for you. Pink and gray. Gray is a great neutral. Have you tried muscle relaxing exercise when you are in bed? Sometimes it helps me. You may have to do it several times. Oh, you're talking to, I was going to say, because I either get sleep or I don't. There's no like in between. And the thing is I need to sleep. I need to start, you know, and it's not so much that it's a New Year's thing or whatever. I have to start paying attention and taking better care of what I'm doing for myself. I feel like this year has been just like, okay, I'm just in survival mode and I need to stop that. And I need to really focus on, okay, this is what I need to do because I can't stop anything that's going to happen from happening. And it's like time to snap out of it. Hi, Yvonne. How are you? Hey, Bernice. So not so much new me, new year, whatever, just back to normal focusing. Natural color is the near checks, the darker of the two. Maybe we don't do pink. So if I do like an ivory, what if we do like an ivory in a champagne color? And then I can fine line the top. Okay, I got it. Whoever just said ivory and champagne, thank you. You just gave me a whole nother ball game to work with. So this may take 2 lives. You know, Barbara, it's hard because I have a hard time sleeping and it gives me a constant headache. Yeah. I know you guys know like all the crapola, blah, 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 blah. I don't say a lot, but you know, everything's going to be coming to a head here soon. He's going to be coming after me to sign papers or go to court and it's going to get really ugly. I'm whatever. I can't stop it from happening. So I keep sitting here saying, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it. It is what it is. I don't know, and I know that's all going to happen after the end of this month, and I've kind of just been in survival mode since I've known that, and I'm over it now, and I'm tired of walking eggshells and keeping my mouth shut and all of the other things. So it's kind of like, you know what, I am a human being. I do deserve some freaking decency, and no more. Now I'm more like, you got to be kidding. I'm angry. I think after this Christmas and everything, I'm very angry. I'm very in disbelief, and you know what? I'm tired of keeping my mouth shut because I'm worried that somebody's gonna, you know, be butthurt that I spoke badly about them. So it is what it is. Hi, Deanne. How are you? But it's like, I am a human being. You get to go do your thing and do whatever you want to do. Well, guess what? I deserve it too. So probably more, but whatever. So yeah, it's just a lot of like, I'm going to have to do, I got to do for me now. So I didn't choose this. So it is what it is. And you know what? I guess the biggest thing people say they, you know what? People say they love about me is that I love. I don't love that about me right now. I don't love that about me. I know that's who I am, but I don't love that about me right now. So now I'm just gonna, I don't want to be selfish, but I'm gonna be selfish. So. No, I don't want to be angry is the thing. It's not what it was supposed to be. It's not how it's supposed to be. It's not what I pictured. So, but it is what it is. So, anywho. Hello, Kimberly. How are you? So, I know there's going to be a lot of changes coming. And it's scary. So it's like, you know what? I need to do something for myself to feel better about things or me or whatever. And that's what I got to do. Oh, did you, Deanne? Aww. I don't know why I drew that stinking line there. Hopefully I can see it through this, but I doubt it. We're going to have to redraw it. It's hard. It's not so much about getting to you. Like, how do you change what you've known for your whole life? I'm 47, going to be 48 years old. It's all I've known since I was 18 years old. And are we all perfect? No. You know what? I wasn't perfect. I had my faults. I have my faults. You know, I caused issues too, but I didn't do this, and I would have never done this. I would have never done what is being done ever, and spread so much hate and just ugly. So that wasn't deserved. Much less, you know, want to destroy somebody else. Like, why? What? Is that much hate? You just want to destroy. Because what? You know, this whole person is so much better. Sorry. Not so much. Definitely not better. Because it was all based off of, excuse my French, bullshit lies and behind back. So, and yeah, I know you're in here, so it is what it is. Sorry. You'll be surprised how you will find your way. You know what? I just want to be happy with my family, my kids, my life, and my business, and is what it is. So, one step at a time. And I felt like if I didn't speak it, I'd have stayed in that same stinking hole. So I spoke it. I got it off my chest. It is what it is. Sorry. I haven't gotten it out. I don't get it out. I do to my friends, but I'm so tired of like being scared to speak. I'm allowed to speak. I'm tired of holding because I'm worried about hurting somebody's feelings. Nobody worried about hurting mine. Exactly, Jan. So moving on. So I plan on exactly, Marlene. That's exactly what it is. It's a lot of guilt. I didn't have to be that way. You only knew. And I'm not, you know, it's not up to me to put it out there. That's on him, not me. You know, like I said, I'm no perfect angel. Listen, I've made mistakes. I've caused issues. It's all good, but that guilt will eat you, and it'll make you a mean person that nobody recognizes. And that's what happened. That's not on me, and I'm not taking the blame for that. So I took the blame for that for way too long. I'm tired of sitting here blaming myself for things that I didn't do. that I didn't cause. And I don't know, don't ask me why I chose today to open my mouth and start running it, but I felt like if I didn't, I was gonna explode. So, there you go, sorry. Anywho, I want to do an auction, but what do you guys think about an auction with just bottles? Like, I might have 1 or 2 other pieces I'll put in there, but what if we just, like, what if I did a couple bottles, like, just sitting here in my room? And that's why you're seeing me do, I need to blow my nose, y'all. Hold on. I know I ain't doing that on camera. Anyway. Oh, I do have to show you these. These are cute. I got a couple of these. I'm sure we can incorporate these into something. Look at, I got these at the Cracker Barrel. They were on clearance. Little ornaments. So if we did an auction just bottles, number one, I need to start having more auctions. I ain't gonna lie to any of you, I need to bring income in, but I thought, well, I'm gonna have quite a few bottles. I feel like so far I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bottles, and I have ideas for a few more. What if we did an auction and it was just like a quick small auction, maybe 8 to 12 bottles or something, and we just did like a bottle auction, like I'll advertise it, whatever, and we can do a bottle auction. I think that would be fun because I've never done one with just bottles. Yeah, they got a lot of stuff on sale. Then a frontal lobotomy. I don't need one of those. So my thought was, all right, so we're gonna do champagne. So I gotta mix some champagne. I know that you're, how many do you have, Kim? I don't know how many bottles. Kim has, Sandy Lance has several of my bottles too. And I know there's a couple of you that have quite a few of my bottles. But Kimberly and Sandy Lance are probably neck and neck as far as how many bottles they own of mine. Sandy started making shelves just for the bottles. Oh geez, Kimberly. Which is sweet. And I want to work on some, I probably won't do a ton of Valentine's Day stuff, but I do want to work on some Valentine's Day things. Let me paint the bottom of this. And then, God, this paint gets so thick on these plates. I can't stand it. You do not yet. Deanne, you don't have a bottle yet? Jeez, oh man. I got that big Mama Jamma back there too. Hi, Annika. How are you? Happy New Year to you. Trish has quite a few. Trish has a lot of my stuff. All right, now that I kind of am seeing this, it needs quite a bit more paint. Hello, Kathy. So what I'll do is I'll start making a couple here and there. probably sometime in the next 2 weeks, so I'll have to look through the calendar and set a date. So Saturday, I'm in an event with Decoupage Queen. It's the pinup event. You guys can see I did post it on my page. That one's going to be fun. We would love to have you guys follow along on Decoupage Queen's page. You have a lot of your stuff. They're so funny. So that's going to be a fun event. It's pinups. So I'm excited to see what we're going to be doing. I am good, Annika. Why does it seem so dark? As if I feel like it's dark in here and I'm not seeing what I'm doing. Leslie, don't you have the black and white one? I thought you had one. Or you mean like a bottle? Maybe that one wasn't really a bottle. Yes, so Saturday it's an event with pinups. So I know Tater Buggin, Miss Terry, Teresa Renee, Kathy, Debbie Rigg, and me, I believe. I hope I'm not missing anybody. Yes, so Decoupage Queen will be hosting that event. So I hope to see you Saturday joining along for that, because that'll be fun. First time watcher. Hi, Jean. Hello, Robin. Welcome in. Where are you watching from? I think you'll find this room is very welcoming. I am doing another bottle because I love me some bottles. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio area. You're off till the 5th. How exciting is that? Joy. So checks on half of it in Champaign in Iowa. No bottles. 3 pumpkins, candle, red, white piece, the red, white candle jar. Oh, okay. Are you and the fam staying well these days? Been hearing about flus. Ah, man down. Yeah. I mean, so far, like, the grandkids are good. I got some kind of wicked cough, but I took some meds for a few days and feel much better. Oh, thank you, Robin. And I just have this squeaky voice that apparently sounds like a boy going through puberty. Just because I lost my voice a little bit throughout the past couple days. I really noticed it yesterday. It got bad. It was like, everybody was like, huh? Hello? What? You said what? And I feel like the more I talk, the worse my voice gets. So it was probably a good thing I couldn't go live yesterday due to all the wind and the power going on and off. Let me tell you how much fun it is to try to watch a TV show when you're sitting there and you're like, I'm right at the end of it. It's right there, and your favorite part comes on, and all of a sudden, power. The internet goes down. You're like, oh, man, come on. And you wait for it to reload. It loads, and then 30 seconds later, it goes off again, and you just want to throw things at your TV. You're like, I quit. That was no fun, but... All right, so we're going to do checks at the bottom. The Would You Bend piece is going to go around in Champagne in this like kind of ivoryish color. And then we're going to fine line crackle it. So I think we'll leave the top white, yeah, and fine line crackle and put the Champagne in it. And then we can paint this Champagne and put the gems in the center of it, because look how pretty those are. The winds were god-awful yesterday. They were horrible. Horrible. All right, so we're gonna have to redraw our little area where we're putting the checks. I'm pretty sure I painted over all of that. We're gonna give this a good dry, double check it. Make sure we're nice and coated. Hey, Stace. Oh, thank you, Wendy. -7. No. That's yucky. That's no fun. I don't like that. That's a cold. It's cold, cold. Oh, Stace. Do you have any rum chata bottles? Like, Stace is my bottle hookup. I need rum chata bottles. Take them down to like 1 or 2. And Patron bottles. Just saying. I have 1 Patron bottle left. All right, I'm going to just dampen this brush and the paints. Mom does. Oh, yay. Okie dokie. And just keep that damp just in case I need to come back in with the white for whatever reason. So, what we're going to do is we're going to draw our line. Okay, let's draw our line again. I'm going to come in here. Rum chata is yummy. So funny. I want to go from the center of that piece so that we got, let's go up a little bit. So we got a little bit of the checking going on above and below that piece. We're going to paint that would you bend the champagne. So we're going to use the Champagne by Pen Art. Stacy, gym tomorrow? Skull Bottle is on your, who sent stars? On his 22, oh my word. Thank you, Karen. Oh, thank you so much. E&J, Jim, Wine, and Skull. Hi, Gail. Okie dokie. I'll take them all. Okay. Can we go like, I lost my voice because I was coughing and hacking like crazy several days ago, and I just started losing my voice. Uh-oh. Look, I got the lid off of one of my waxes, which means one of my waxes has probably dried out. Here's the champagne. Let me find where that lid goes to. Oy vey. Hard as a rock. My brass. Okay. So I have the champagne metal pigment. Let's draw our checks. Or do we do stripes? Do we just do stripes? What if we just did stripes? Let me warm this up and wrap around. I'm kind of debating the checks thing now. You have the worst headache? Oh wow, Jen, I'm sorry. Thank you for sprinkling, Beverly. Hi, Wendy. If I didn't see you, I'm sorry. I feel like I want to do stripes now and just make it a little more elegant. Not checks. Stripes would be good. Yeah, I'm thinking stripes. What if we did stripes in the champagne? We put that on there. We paint this champagne and then we'll fine line up here and just do stripes. Okay, so this is what we're using. We're using the metal pigment in Champagne from Pen Art. You can find this on my Craft and Chaos link. I'm gonna mix this. Could you put that wax in the microwave? I could try, but I think it'll just harden back up. I don't know. I could probably take a heat tool to it if I wanted to use it. And I want to get a little cup to mix that in. Let me snag a little cup. Hi, Dolores. How are you? Let me grab a little cup. I believe I have some in here. It's just easier for me to mix in than on a plate. Hi, Carrie. I'm good. How are you doing? All right, so we're going to use Pigment Fix. This is also by Pen Art. So you're going to mix your Pigment Fix. Oh, that's a little thick. Probably left that open. I got to have more in here. I may not. I feel like that's a little thick. Oh, there's another express glue. Oh, I had more. Put it in the wrong stinking spot. All right, well, let's put that there. I'm just going to use the Pigment Infuser by Posh Chalk, but hi, Rebecca. The one back there, that big Mama Jamma, it is very pretty. It's got a lot of sparkle and bling on it, for sure. I love that one. So I was just saying we're going to do an auction here probably in about 2 weeks where we're going to auction off probably nothing but bottles. Maybe 1 or 2 other pieces, but I think the majority of it's going to be bottles. Never done that. So welcome, Rebecca. Glad to have you. Don't always sound like this, but hi, Joanne. Happy New Year to you too, darling. All right, so we're gonna mix our metal, our champagne in here, and we're gonna draw out our stripes. I want this to be really, really strong, like champagne looking. And then, like I said, we're gonna do the Would You Bend piece in champagne as well. And we're going to put some gemstones in the middle of that Would You Bend a piece. And I have, guess we'll have to look for a topper for it. I had a topper that I was thinking, but it may not work for this now that we've changed it up because I was going to do black and pink. So we'll have to go into the topper drawers and find something suitable for it. I'm also from Ohio. I am from the Cleveland, Ohio area. I'm in Lake County. Where in Ohio are you from? I know I got a lot of new people in here. So anybody new, thank you and welcome. Champagne and rose gold. Phyllis likes her rose gold, right? You're the rose gold fanatic, if I remember correctly. Happy Tuesday, Kathy. All right, let's draw our lines out then. So I'm going to cover this just so it doesn't start to thicken up on me. So we're going to draw our lines. Oh man, did I just get champagne? No, but I did kind of put a mark there, so we'll cover that up. So I'm just going to use this. We're going to actually start off with the line. Actually, this is what we're going to do. We're going to start off with the natural line of the bottle. So all glass bottles have like a seam to them. Keep those. I don't know. This is just a me thing. You do you. I keep that seam on each side of the bottle just to not, I want to do like fat lines, like fat sections, I guess is what I'm going for. Yeah, we're Northeast Ohio. I'm sorry, I guess that was an easier way to put it. Am I going slanted? Of course I am. Sandusky area. Oh, fun. Did you guys get a lot of snow? I have a friend that lives in that area that they were supposed to get some snow, but I don't know that you guys got a lot. We didn't get a lot of snow at all. We didn't really, we just got the wind and the blowing. Like it's snowing, but there's no accumulation. I know it's snowing a bit out there now, but we haven't gotten a lot of snow. That's for sure. Drawing my stripes. I do want to fix the white paint a bit because I've kind of scuffed it a little bit here. I don't know what I did, but something keeps scuffing it there. Okay, let me see where my, all right, I got perfectly that I can put two more in. One, no I don't. So we're gonna kind of go a little bit more out. So do you guys do anything like tradition-wise for dinner for New Year's, even if you're not going out? Do you do like a traditional dinner? Like I know some people do like the black eyed peas. Everybody's got their own kind of little thing that they do, right? Do you guys do anything like that? I know everybody's got their own, like, you know, open the door at a certain time, ring a bell, do this, do that. Everybody's got a kind of got their thing that they do. My thing is I'm usually snoring. The wind is unbearable this year, yeah. That is one thing that I don't understand what's going on. All right, I'm gonna fix a little bit of this area here on this bottle, and I'm actually gonna spray here as well. I need to clean my areas. Not New Year's Eve, do the traditional pork on New Year's Day, gotcha. Ribs, potatoes, black-eyed peas, sweet. Oh, Kimberly, I'm coming over there. Sauerkraut and pork. Okay, I'm so sorry. Girl, I know. Mine tried to take me out. I didn't let it. Or I wasn't gonna let it. Hopefully it's on its way out. Other than my voice missing, I feel better. A friend of mine said at midnight, I'm supposed to go under a table, eat 12 grapes, and make a wish. What? I saw something on Facebook today, oh my God, that did say something about eating grapes, but I didn't realize that's what you were supposed to do. I saw it said they did. They had like a little picture of 12 grapes. But I guess I didn't pay attention to the rest of it. I just thought it was another one of those wacky posts. I'm not eating 12 grapes and hiding under the table. Nice, Lori. I'll show you in just a minute. Never heard of it before. I've never heard of that. Hi, Lenore. I've never in my life heard to eat 12 grapes and hide under the table. On the news yesterday in California. Oh my God. I want to know how many people are hiding under the table eating grapes tomorrow. That's all I'm going to ask that on my personal Facebook. I want to know how many of my friends are actually doing that. That's all I want to know. Who's eating grapes and hiding under the table? That's going to be my post tomorrow. Are inviting in witchcraft? I think everybody's got their thing. I don't think it's so much inviting unless that's something you're wishing to come in. I don't know. No, you're not. And the table saved my life, so that's out. Oh my God. I can't get under my table. There's no way. I don't have a regular table. I have one of those like bar top tables that has like 2 stools. I'm going to be stuck. You're not going to get me out. I'm going to have to call for help. Just saying it now. I have grapes. If they're chocolate covered grapes, I'm hiding under the table. Because if that's the only place I can eat them, I'm going under the table with chocolate covered grapes. But unless you got me chocolate covered grapes, I'm not. I'm going to go in with black on my stripes first and then the champagne, just to bring that champagne that much brighter. So we're going to do that first. Oh my God, I'm not gonna, that's all I'm gonna be thinking about tomorrow is everybody under the table. So well, what if people go out? So if they're out, say they're out at a restaurant or a bar, are they taking grapes and hiding under the tables? That's all I want to know. That's legit all I want to know. I fell the other day and had to ask a neighbor to come help me get up. Oh my God. Also, I have 2 glasses of wine. Oh, Lord help me. We are staying home, maybe a pizza. I got grapes today. Hey, listen, you know, I grew up with don't walk under a ladder or, oh, this brush sucks for this. All kinds of other stuff. So like if I spill salt, I'll catch myself throwing it over my shoulder because I'm like, oh God, I'm not taking a chance. Or Lord, breaking a mirror is 7 years bad luck. Like, listen, if you don't want to take your chances with it, I get it. You do you. But I don't feel like eating grapes and hiding under the table is going to, I mean, if it works, maybe I'll do it. Just because, I mean, it really, it's just 12 grapes. I can bring my phone with me. If I need help, I'll call for help. I mean, if it works, why not? You never know, I guess. I hate to be the one that says, oh, look, it could have worked for me. My best friend just won the lottery or some crazy thing because she hid under the table with grapes. Every night we all go under the table with 12 grapes. Just got notifications the street outside our neighborhood is closed. Pedestrian risk. Oh no, God, no. Oh, how awful. Absolutely awful. I don't think I'm going live at midnight from under the table. I'm just saying. Watch. I go live at midnight from under the table. That's the one live that I have, like, you know, 10 million people on. Not the way I want to go viral, stuck underneath my kitchen table. And I should probably vacuum before I go under there, because I'm sure, yeah, I vacuumed it the other day, but no, I'm not doing that. Okay. Come on, I would be under the table and they would be checking me in a home somewhere. There's that. Who's going out to get grapes tomorrow? That's all I want to know. Do candied grapes count? Because I have those like sour grapes in my... There's probably not 12 left. What is it with these brushes? Holy cow. My brushes all are shot. Oh, that sounds like fun. I'm doing this like it's got to be perfect. It doesn't. I'm going over it with champagne, so I need to remember that. But I want my lines to at least all match up. How about cookies instead of grapes? We can do cookies. Hog jowl. Hog jowl. What's hog jowl? I'm going all the way to the bottom curve of this bottle just because I don't want white showing. How did we all end up under the table with 12 grapes? That's all I want to know. Oh, I did ask, are there any traditions? 12 grapes under a table. So is everybody just dropping any tradition and just going and getting grapes? We may come back in a little while, like later tonight, and finish this bottle because I do want to finish it. I want to start getting in the routine of if I start a project, I can come back and finish it. I'd like to have it done like within a day. So maybe we'll come back tonight. This one we can finish. There's no clay or any of that on it. Nope, I missed what was the reason is to get under the table is all about, but I know if I get down under the table. I don't know. I think it's supposed to bring in good luck. Like you're supposed to go under the table and eat 12 grapes. Is it 12 because it's 12 months? Is it 12 months of like good luck? Is it taking the 12 months of ugly away? As long as I don't have to get under there and do 12 grapes and light a candle and bring all kinds of other stuff with me, because I don't want to have to get back up and go back under and grab all kinds of other supplies. Like I want to go under there, eat my 12 grapes and come back out. Look at I'm talking like I'm going to do it. And then make a wish. Okay. 12 grapes is 12 months of prosperity. Lord, I'm telling you, I just might do it. I don't know that I want to go live, though. Somebody might call on me. Nicole has lost it. She's under the table. I'm gonna wipe some of this paint off. Can't wash clothes on New Year's. You will wash someone. Really? Or just a few. Yeah, there's somebody Google it. Do we have to eat all grapes at the same time? Like, do they have to be down by midnight? Or that's probably a good idea. I would totally mess that up. That would be my luck. I didn't eat the grapes fast enough. Or I ate them too quick. Do I start eating them at midnight? Is there a time frame on this? I can probably shove 12 grapes in my mouth. I got a big mouth. It's all right. As long as it's only 12 grapes. I don't know about our conversation sometimes. My luck, I choke on at each chime of the clock. Oh, geez. Oh, man. I'll go find some baby grapes tomorrow. At midnight. Yeah, I can do 12 grapes in a minute. Come on, that's reasonable. All right, I got this. You know what? Just put the table over your bed and grab the grapes and cheese and wine to watch. It's getting better and better. To come to my house tomorrow and I'll climb underneath my itty bitty table. That would be even funnier. I'd be like, you put a leg under, I'll put a hand under. Who's bringing the wine? Who's bringing the cheese? That's all I want to know. I got the grapes. What color grapes? Whatever ones are sweet. I don't care what color they are, as long as they're crunchy and they're sweet. I hate mushy grapes. Eating 12 grapes or black-eyed peas for a monthly look. Well, I'm not kissing anybody at midnight. They gotta be green? Great. I have to eat some soggy, stinking grapes. I got no one to kiss at midnight. That boat has sailed. Not that I ever did, because he was always in bed any damn way, so whatever. That came out very angry. I'm sorry. I'm sure he's not in bed this year. I remember that first year or two. Do raisins count? Nope. Hi, Janet. Raisins don't count. I don't think raisins count. Eat one each chime of the clock at midnight, making one wish under the table. Oh my God, I gotta speak them too. Hi, Angie. You know, that might be the funniest live on the face of the planet if I did that. I'm just saying. Do I have to say the wish out loud? Can I at least wish to myself? Or do I have to say it out loud? Aw, Robin, I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, does wine count as grapes? 12 glasses of wine. That would be an even better live. Wishes are private. Okay. That's what I thought. I was going to say, because I'm not going to say my wishes out loud. I am contemplating the whole let's go live at midnight under the table thing, though. Because, I mean, what else do I have to do with my life? To yourself was... Are you wishing for one? No, Angie? Oh, boy. That god-awful sound outside of my window. Okay, so you go live at midnight your time because you're an hour early. I can say I stayed up till midnight. You're so funny. I mean, what do I do? Come live and just go under the table? I mean, there's got to be some kind of something behind that. Well, I mean, what do I got to do with my life on New Year's at midnight? I got nothing to do tomorrow, so... You go live at midnight, I'll do it with you. I love you guys. Just picturing us all under a stinking table eating 12 grapes. Like, you guys would have to take pictures to prove it to me so that I don't feel like I'm the only one doing it. Angie, they say to go under the table on New Year's and eat 12 grapes at midnight. And you make a wish with each grape. It's for each month of the year. I would have hit my head under the table. Oh. Listen, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, I'll get under there and I'll get stuck and I'll be live. And it's literally, it's New Year's Eve. Who's coming to help me New Year's Eve? Nobody. So it'll just be me live stuck under the stinking table. I'm thinking that's probably the worst idea I've ever come up with. It'd probably be the funniest thing for all of you, but it'd be the worst idea I've ever had. Do it under my craft. Oh, heck no. You don't want to see under the craft table, man. I'd be cleaning all day tomorrow. I ain't gonna fit under this table, I promise you. I can get like about 2 inches in. That's about it. Hi, Linda. How are you? Drunk people. That's just what I need helping me. That's when I'll wish that I had wine. My son will just laugh and be like, she'll be fine till morning. I'm not driving an hour to come get her. She's the idiot that put herself under there. That's what he'll say. I'll just keep checking in on her live. That's literally what my son would say. My daughter would be laughing so hard she wouldn't be able to get in the car to drive. Everybody else I know is either going to be out or they're going to be completely asleep. And then there's all of you. You don't even know where I live. It would be a bad scenario. That would take you all too long to get to me anyway. Your husbands would be like, I told you to stop watching her a long time ago, so... Yeah, no. I'll help you. Go to the link. You don't have to go under the table. You just have to eat one first. Wait, what? You just have to eat one first every strike of the clock. 3 martinis. Can we say olives instead of grapes? I mean, they look like grapes, sort of. Right? We can do that. All right, so there's our stripes. Let's try that. Then we're going to bring out the champagne. Start painting it champagne. No, I had this awful cough and I lost my voice. I mean, I don't know. And Lucas's famous words, I don't know. Touch your toes to your neck. You guys crack me up. This is why I love y'all. Because anybody else coming in here, oh my God, all these new people are probably like, what in the world? Is going on in this room? All right, I need to see, where is my checking brushes? Probably in the stinking water bucket. This one's all right. Someone needs some white liquid, huh? All right, so now we're gonna put our champagne on there. I'm actually just gonna put a little bit more of that metal pigment in there. And again, you can find this color in my Crafting Chaos link. It is by Pen Art, Metal Pigments in Champagne. It's an absolutely, absolutely beautiful color. We're gonna go over the black with the champagne. Look at that, just a few passes. Look how beautiful that is, right? I always say, so if anybody in here is new, just kind of trust the process. I kind of take a lot of steps sometimes getting to what it is I want to get to. Well, there's always a reason behind the madness and getting to the actual color I want to now use. And we're going to put, I'm putting a super light coat on first, and we're going to go back over it. I want to let it dry and then go in with a smooth coat. Telling the ER doctor how we broke our necks eating crepes. Oh my God. Imagine, I'm sure the ER on New Year's is crazy, just like any other holiday. I can't imagine. I'm leaving them white. And then we're going to fine line the top, like above. And when we fine line it, we're going to put the metal, we're going to put the champagne into the fine line so that this white area is fine lined. I used Heavy Body Gel in matte. I'll show you the container. You can find that on my Crafting Chaos link as well. go to my link tree. But you want to make sure that it is matte, not the glossy, because the matte is what gives you that frosted look when you're using it. And you can't get on your knees under the table. Here it is. So it's also a pen art product. It's heavy body gel in matte. You're welcome, Patricia. My door again. I'm hoping that's Amazon, but that was definitely Amazon. I don't like hearing my door open. That was your fave. You heard that? I know. It's all right. They put it between my door. I'm good with it. I just, ever since that time now, I'm jumpy. Like, what is that? So I kind of froze for a second. I wasn't quite sure, but it is windy as heck out there right now. So I'm glad he put it between my door because it would have just blew away anyway. My BFF threw her back one morning and I had to call 911 and swear the fireman's calendar models. Listen, I was at work one day. I kid you not. If Stacy was on here, she would tell you. The paneling caught on fire. Like the whole electrical panel in the wall caught on fire. So now imagine all of us waitresses, all the female staff. They had to call the fire department because the whole stinking wall was smoking. Like, I mean, it was bad, like smoking. I kid you not. Every fireman from every calendar ever walked in the door. They're walking into the restaurant and they're carrying all this equipment. Some got axes and they're just walking in like this and they're walking by and we're all like, none of us could talk. We just stood there with our jaws to the ground. So now we always contemplate, who's setting fire? Are we going to set a fire? Who's going to set a fire? Because we want him to come back. Lord, please don't. I never want anybody to call because I need rescued from under a stinking table because I decided to eat grapes. And all of a sudden, all those firemen show up because they need to dismantle the stinking table to get me out. I would be mortified. Leave me under the damn table. There's no way. Oh my God. When I was like, are they going to swing? It was like, it would have made the greatest TikTok ever. I was like, what is happening right now? We just all stood there and we were like, well, there's plenty of them and there's plenty of us. That was literally the funniest thing ever is we just all stood there and went, what? I've never even seen these guys. Like, how did they all just, these are our firemen? He had some of the girls out front on the porch, like, talking to them. I was like, y'all are hungry. Stop it. Yeah, it's a fire. It's too hot. Managers all looking at us like we're crazy. They're like, all right, ladies, calm down. We're like, oh my God. So now anytime somebody hears fire or they see smoke, we're like, call. Just be safe, call. We don't play around no more. Did. So, like this summer, and I didn't really talk about it, but mainly because it's embarrassing as all get out. So I'll tell you something that happened to me this summer. Hi, Tasha. How are you? I had an incident this summer, like when we had that super stupid heat. I was at Mexican restaurant with a friend of mine, like somebody that I've known forever, and literally just a friend. I'll just throw that out there, and this is why I haven't told this story. Literally just a friend. We're out to eat, and I got like a quarter way through my margarita, and I started to feel really wonky. Like, it was bad. Like, I started to just not feel good. So this is the first coat, okay? Every birthday. Oh my God, that's funny. I really just did not feel good. I'm like, something happened. I thought somebody somehow, and we were just sitting at the table together. I had eaten a salad, and I was like, okay, I don't feel good at all. Like, stupid don't feel good. Something wasn't right. I could feel it. It was just awful, awful. So many, many years ago, I had an incident happen to me, which is why I'm super careful now if I do go out. It's not like I go out a lot, but if I do go out, I'm super careful because somebody did put something in one of my drinks. And I wasn't aware of it. Thank God I was with people that were aware of it. And I remember nothing. Like, I remember absolutely nothing. And I had one drink. One drink. So I know somebody put something in my drink. I was roofied that day, yes. However, and this was probably, 4 years ago that happened to me? 5 years ago? I just went to see one of my favorite bands, and I had one drink, didn't even drink the whole thing, and something got me. So this had happened this summer. Like, I felt the same thing coming on, and I was like, what in the world is going on? Well, it turns out that's not what it was. What it was is I was having, like, I get these attacks. They're called, like, MS hugs. I didn't realize that's what it was. And it was probably the worst attack I've ever had. And it was absolutely horrifying. It was the most painful thing in the world. I didn't realize that's what it was coming on until I went into the restroom. Because I looked at my friend. I said, I'm going to the restroom. Like, I didn't feel right. And he's like, okay. And I went to the restroom, and I realized, like, within minutes of me being in the restroom, the pain started. And the pain was so excruciating that that's what started to make me feel all dizzy and wonky and sick. And I looked him straight in the face when I walked back to the table. I said, we gotta go. I started pulling money out of my pocket. I said, you need to follow me home. I said, I'm about to have, like, an attack, and this is bad. Like, it happens so fast. Usually I have time. It happened so fast I couldn't think straight. So I went to his car. I was trying to walk across the parking lot to my car. I didn't make it. I landed on the hood of his car. And I looked at him straight in the face, and I said, oh my God, I think I'm going to go. And I couldn't even finish my sentence, and I passed out. So I hit the ground like a ton of bricks. Apparently he tried to catch me, but I went down. This is where all hell broke loose. Some lady saw it happening, called 911, and said there was a domestic that just happened, that somebody had just hit me and knocked me out. So I guess I had came to, but when I came to, I started screaming. Like, the pain was so unreal, I couldn't think. I couldn't do anything but scream. And then I would pass right back out. I tried calling my kids, and when I tried to call my kids, I accidentally called my daughter-in-law, and I guess I zonked back out, and it went to her voicemail, and he never, grabbed my phone or did anything to my phone. So now, mind you, it was called in as a domestic, because that's what this woman saw driving by. It was him trying to catch me and me going down. So he said, what do I do? And I panicked. Like, when I came to, it hurt so bad, and I was screaming, and I'm like, just call 911. Like, that's all I could get out of my mouth. So he went to call 911. And when he went to call, the cops were already coming, because they're right around the corner. Like, all these cops pulled up and cornered him because they thought he put me down. And these cops were my son's friends. They were all boys that went to school with my son. Well, most of them that went to school with my son. And I knew quite a few of them. So now, mind you, my daughter's friends and a lot of my friends all have police scanners. And my son's best friend is an officer. And the officer that came to me is one of the football boys. So he knew who I was right away by my name and realized it was me. And there was nothing I could do. When I was coherent, the pain was so unreal, I guess I would just scream and I would pass back out. So this was just a thing that kept going. And they were like hounding him, thinking that he had attacked me. So they had no idea what was wrong with me. They thought I was just knocked out cold and just kept passing out. So, and I've never experienced anything that painful to where that's what was happening to me. And I don't remember any of it. The only thing I remember is me picking up the phone to try to call my kids, because they're the only ones that would have known what to do. And actually they wouldn't have known what to do, because I didn't even know what to do. And I remember I thought it was raining on me, but it wasn't raining on me. Well, I thought somebody was throwing water on me. They weren't throwing water on me. It was raining on me. And it was in the middle of all that heat. So he called it into my son's best friend. So my son's best friend called my son. Now, mind you, I tried to call my kids. So my son knew something was up. He's like, why is so-and-so calling me? After my mom just tried to call, but they were getting the kids down. So something in him said answer the phone. So as he's on the phone, now mind you, they knew nothing. So he called it into my son and said, listen, I don't know anything, but your mom is unconscious in the parking lot at so-and-so. And it was called in as a domestic. My daughter-in-law now gets on the phone, and she's like, she left a voicemail. So she played the voicemail while my son was on the phone with his friend. And all you hear is me screaming and then go quiet and scream and go quiet because the phone was still playing. So my son's hearing all this. It was just a complete nightmare. They finally cleared my friend that was with me. He's like, I didn't do it. It was the worst thing ever. So I have no idea who picked me up, who put me in the ambulance. I know that a bunch of them were my kids' friends, which was embarrassing enough. Then my daughter's best friend was across the street, pulled up the scanner, called my daughter, and was like, your mom was just attacked and they can't find her. Like, the story turned into this whole big old thing. And my kids are like running around Lake County looking for me. It was a hot mess. Big old hot mess. So I never want to be called on ever again. Because that was so stinking embarrassing, it wasn't even funny. I don't remember. I was like, who picked me up? And then I was like, oh my God, they picked me up and put me in there? Brian's like, yeah, they had to put you on like a blanket and pick you up and put you in there. And I'm like, oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. So no, I don't ever want anybody to call on me. I don't want paramedics. I don't, no, nope. That's like my biggest fear. Falling in the bathtub. I ain't calling nobody. I'm gonna lay there and freeze. And nobody, nope, nope. Somebody better bring me some stinking clothes. It just happens. Yeah, I could be sitting here right now and it could just happen. But that has never happened to me before. They said that was a wicked one. Because even my son even called my phone and they answered my phone while I was in the squad. And it was quiet. And then my son was talking to the guy in the squad and he's like, I guess I was out like a light. And then out of nowhere I started screaming because I woke up and then I passed back out. I had them for quite a few months before I was diagnosed and I didn't know what they were. And I usually have them when I'm sleeping, they wake me up. And some of them are pretty wicked. At first we thought I was having a heart attack. So the first few times we thought it was heart problems. And, you know, I originally thought I was having a heart attack. And they could never figure out what it was. And then when I was diagnosed, that's when my neurologist was like, well, that's what that is. And, no, there's no preventing them. There's no stopping them. There's no anything. They just happen. So like when that one happened, you know, my son made it to the hospital. That was the worst I've ever, and I never want to experience that again as long as I live. I would rather give birth to 12 children with no pain meds over and over and over again. That was god awful. That pain hit so hard and so fast. It literally feels like every bone in your rib cage is breaking. Do they tell you what do you mean? They tell you what actually happens. It feels like, the only way to describe it is it feels like an anaconda is wrapped around you from here, like from here to your back of your shoulder blades, all the way down your rib cage. And for everybody, it's different. Mine can get pretty bad to where I have to rock, like I'll lean into my couch, like I'll get on my knees and lean, and you just kind of curl into a fetal position and rock, and it can last for 5-10 minutes. It can go on for hours and hours. And those are really rough nights. But I've never had one in public. Not like that. And I've never had one like that. I hope I never ever have another one like that. But they said, that's why they say to be careful in the heat and the cold. So it wasn't so much the heat, it's the change of temperature. It's, so because it was so hot and I was in the air all day, and then I went out in the heat, even though I just went to my car and then sat my car in the air conditioning, then went back out in the heat and went into the restaurant where it was, again, cold. So that extreme temperature triggers it. But it's basically because of the MS, you know, like your brain lesions, and it's your nerve. It's basically your body misfiring everywhere. I don't know how to describe it to somebody. Yeah, trust me, it's no, not that any of it's fun, but ooh, I never want to experience that again as long as I live. That is my biggest fear. Now that I had that happen, that is literally my biggest fear. Yeah, that happened early on in the summer when we were having like some massive heat wave. It was ridiculous. Humidity was ridiculous. And I was like, I didn't go outside. I stayed in the air conditioning. And she goes, you're not understanding. It's got nothing to do with that. It's your body going from, you know, one extreme to the next. So that's why they tell you don't get into a hot tub or do the ice plunges or anything like that. That's actually, that triggers all of that. And I'm like, now I get it. This whole time I thought I was doing something right, and I wasn't. So yeah. Look how pretty that champagne is. Isn't that gorgeous? It's scary. But here's my thing. Like, I didn't want to leave the house for a couple days after that. But then I was like, I can't live like that. There's no way. Well, no, because he's not here. He left a year ago. So that's something he wants to deal with, trust me. I think that was the icing on the cake for him. All right, so that is just a beautiful, beautiful champagne color. So what I want to do is, let me heat this back up a little bit. My kids are awesome though. Like, I really felt bad for my son because my son had no idea what was going on and the stress of it was killing him because you imagine he's an hour away. So even when I arrived at the ER, I didn't know really 100% what was going on. I was incoherent. I kept going in and out. So when I finally could call my son, he was about 20 minutes away and I was trying to explain to him that it's okay. Ooh, the things running through his head were, and the look on his face when he sat down in front of me, I was like, all I could do was look at him and go, Scoot, I'm fine. I'm fine. Had to get IVs all the time. Ugh. So we're going to paint that black and then brush over it with the champagne, maybe, is what I'm thinking. And let me think here for a second. If we do this, okay, I can see that line there. So what I may do is come across with some bling. Okay. Let's put our first coat of the fine line on here. Okay, let's do that. And then I'm gonna open a new one. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, Kimberly, there's a lot of different stuff. Unfortunately, I mean, they can try to keep it at bay, but it doesn't stop any of that other nonsense. I wish it did. That's the one thing I wish I did not have. Ouch. Yeah, it is. Yes, to make the champagne pop more, and just so I didn't have to do so many layers of it. So you'll see me like with any metallics or something that, you know, has, I tend to do black underneath a lot of my paints just because it's less product you got to use. I use just the cheapest black paint I can find. So like this big old bottle is $3.99. If you can sometimes get it on sale, Crafters Collection. They have the smaller bottle at Hobby Lobby. It's $1.99, and it goes a long way. So I tend to put that under most of my metallics. I don't know why I'm shaking that. I probably shouldn't have been doing that. And it makes the color pop that much richer, unless it's a white. But it also saves you on, you know, the paint that you're using. So you don't use as much of your metallic. Hi, Cindy. How are you? You have a friend that has MS. It's different for everybody. And here's the thing is I don't have a choice. So I just got to do, I mean, listen, I don't think I fully accepted it, but, I don't know. I have no other choice. It is what it is. So as you guys know, with Fine Line Crackle, you can do a bottle to save your life. I promise you. Hi, Eva. With Fine Line Crackle, you want a clean, dry brush. You don't want a brush that you just washed last night, this morning, even yesterday. I wait at least 48 hours. And I always put the brushes down because the water comes up in here. So Fine Line is solvent-based. It does not like any kind of water-based products. So just be aware of that when you're using your Fine Line. We're going to come in here. We're just going to go this way with it. The first coat does have that white thick consistency to it. Your second step is the amber. This does take a bit to dry. So now they do recommend you let it dry naturally. You can use heat. You just want to be super careful using your heat because you can burn your product, and then it in turn will not crackle for you. So just make sure if you're using heat on the fine line that you are moving your heat and your project around. Don't keep it set in one area. You'll notice it. It'll kind of bubble up and do some wonky. You don't want that. We are not going to fine line the bottom area. When we do the top coat, when we seal it, everything will be glossy. And we're going to put the champagne metal pigment. We're going to take that dry metal pigment and we're going to put that into the crackle once everything's crackled. So this ivory area will have that beautiful fine line, and it'll have the champagne in it as well. And then as this is kind of sitting here drying, we'll put a little bit of heat to it. And then we'll let it sit and do its thing. We will paint that wood you bend piece that's going on. So now the wood you bend cannot go on until we seal this. Because again, you don't want anything water-based. Once you put your fine line down, you need a solvent-based sealer. So it is the one crackle system that is finicky, just so you know. And you'll see because it goes on and it's very glossy. So you'll see if you missed a spot. So that is all. Sorry guys, that was my son FaceTiming me. He's 51 and has advanced. She's not able to walk or even stand. She refused early treatment and wishes she had it. Again, it's different for everybody. I'm no expert on it, I promise you. But you know what? I'm in a lot of groups. I've talked to a lot of people with it. And like I said, everybody's different. It doesn't mean that at some point, you know, somebody's not going to walk. And the treatments don't really, they don't stop it. All they do is keep it at bay a little bit longer. Does that make sense? So it's never going to, there is no cure. There is no actual treatment. It just keeps it at bay. But unfortunately, it does this. It knocks your whole immune system out. So I don't know. There's to each their own. I mean, that's going to be part of my journey with, like, you know, like wanting to get rid of everything that's in the house. And because I'll tell you what, treatment's not cheap. I mean, the IV bag they give me, it's a $50,000 bag of stuff that's got this much in it. Insurance companies don't want to pay for it. They put you on 10 million different meds, and they all make you feel crappy-ish. So yeah, everybody is different. And you know what? I just came to the conclusion, you know, many months ago, can I reconnect back to Would You Been? Can I get reconnected back to Would You Been? Yes. Sarah's, oh yeah, steroids and me don't get along, unfortunately. I mean, fortunately, unfortunately, I don't know how to say that, but steroids took me down a horrible, horrible road. Yeah, there's no cure. You can treat certain things. And there's so many different forms of MS too. So, you know, but yes, if you go to my link tree and click on my Would You Been link, absolutely, you can order through there. And like I said, I'm forever learning different stuff anyway, because I didn't realize half of a lot of my issues, that's what that is. But I'm not telling somebody that, you know, I'm not going to have somebody tell me, oh, you can't do this, or you can't go here, or you can't. I'm just, nope. Sorry, not happening. Do I have to adjust certain things? Absolutely. Are hard on diabetics. I can imagine. I think steroids are rough on anybody. Oh, Dan. All right, so we're going to paint this black first, and then I think we're just going to dry brush. You're moving and eating all the time, yeah. I didn't do well on the steroids, I will tell you that right now. I was on super, because they put you on super, super high dose, and holy stinking cow. I was like a walking water balloon. I don't even know how to describe what I was. Y'all, a lot of you saw me through that journey. Holy stinking cow. And then they put me on the wrong meds. Well, they didn't put me on the wrong, but the meds didn't agree with me. It was all a whole stinking nightmare. I was like, I was better off before I started the meds. Aww. Y'all, I made chicken Alfredo yesterday. Holy dud. It was the worst dinner ever. Worst dinner ever. I mean, it was just, you did all these, like they had their, like a rotisserie chicken already cut up, which I love that because I put it in salads. But then I usually, if I make Alfredo, I like homemade Alfredo sauce. But I was like, I'm just going to use jarred Alfredo sauce. And I did jarred from Aldi's. Now, when I make like a spaghetti sauce and then I put Alfredo sauce in it, that stuff is actually pretty good. But the Alfredo itself was stinking horrible. I was like, what? Garbage. I threw it all garbage. There was no eating it. It was god awful. I was so disappointed. It actually sounded so good, and it came out so awful. So now I don't know what I'm supposed to eat tonight, but it's not going to be Alfredo. Quality page. Oh, Julia, you're so sweet. Thank you. I love steroids. Getting me feel good and in a good mood. If it's high, oh, see, not me. I didn't. Nope. And then you come off those suckers. Whoo, steroids make. I think steroids make some people mean. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen a lot of people on steroids. They're not very happy. All friends here, unless nuts are in here. We've had a couple nuts in here. It's okay. It happens on every page. We just don't let them stay. And then there's ones that I don't know are in here, but they're really in here, which is hilarious to me. Which I'm sure happens on everybody's page too, but I just think it's hilarious. I just do what I do, Julia. I don't. Here's the thing I tell everybody. I'm me. I'm not going to change for anybody or anything. I love doing this. This is, especially models, this is my thing. And this is my life, and it is what it is, and it's what I got handed, and I don't judge. I don't. As long as nobody comes at me sideways, we all good. Like, everybody needs somewhere to go, someplace that they can talk or feel good, or, you know, I don't allow any drama in here. I'll shut it down. I'm nice about it. Don't tick me off, but, and I know so many of you will see it before me too, and you'll shut it down. Subscribe for, I really don't like the side effects. Oh, Lisa. All right, so we're gonna brush the champagne on here and just kind of see what it looks like brushed on. I'm gonna dry this a little bit. And we're probably going to come back tonight to finish this, because this isn't going to all get finished right now. But let me kind of see what this, would you been? I know you do, Trace. Trace is my little, she's my little, I don't know what to call her. Listen, there's people in here, don't say something, don't say anything, and then they show up and you're like, oh, hello, they got you. I know it. Y'all know who you are. I don't know what to call trees. There's a name and it's slipping my mind. I'll come up with it. All right, so we're gonna go in with the champagne on this. Oh man. Aw, Valerie, that's sweet. Thank you. She's like, she's not literally the bulldog. Bulldog will be like, who's my bulldog? So a bulldog would be Terry, Sue, Shelly. Don't ever let Cheryl be in this room and something happens or goes down. That's a bad, bad scenario. Because she's not in here as much as she used to be, but holy stinking cow. She don't care. That's my best friend. Like, I call her wifey. Literally my best friend. But I can't stop her. She don't care that this is a page or whatever. There's no, I just go like this. Delete. Delete. Because the things that would come out of her mouth are probably not good for my page. I don't know if I did this right. If I want to do this champagne, or if I probably wanted to do it white with champagne. Because, I don't know. Let's see what happens. So worst is going to happen. I'm going to paint over it. Yours. It's like I almost want like a white. But this might be like a great contrast. I don't know. We'll see. Remember, we can't put this on until we seal that fine line. So let's get a little bit more champagne to this because I want all the detail to show on here. So now just remember when you're doing this, I understand we're gluing this and it's going to be flat on there, but you have edges. Don't leave those edges black. Come in and do the same thing to your edge pieces, because when you pick up the bottle, or, you know, I don't know, I feel like you see the edges and the sides of everything, just like you would your picture frames or anything else. Take those extra few minutes to make that piece really pop all the way around and not make it so flat. I'd step up for Nicole over some people I actually know in person. You are my friends. And that's the only thing I say is, you know, I tell people all the time, you know, I got kids in here too. So yeah, I'm careful with what I say because I do have kids, and my daughter is an admin on this page. You guys see my daughter, baby girl, I call her Ashley. So I am careful of what I say, and I'm sure sometimes they're on here and they're like, oh, mom's going off. I'm gonna exit this room. But oh Lord, you don't ever want my kids to start. Oh my God. And that's what I tell people, like, don't forget, we're still normal people, have families, have, you know, normal everyday lives. So like, I don't ever say anything I wouldn't say in front of my kids. But you know, I'm careful because my kids are in here. My blood goes too high or too low. Yeah, I bet. All right. So that, here's the thing. I got to see it in my iPad because all I see is comments up there. So I give it a second to kind of look at it on my iPad. I don't want to put it on there yet. Look how beautiful that is. So we're going to bring it up, I guess, because you want to see the stripes, right? I have a delay on my iPad, y'all. Give me a hot second. Oh my God, I got a huge delay. Okay. All right, do we like it like that? I think that looks good, yeah. Because you got to picture this with the champagne in it too. And then on the inside, we're putting those gems. Like these gems will go in there. So those are kind of like a champagne look. And then this will get it. So let's pick out, see, I originally had this topper picked out, obviously not that color, but we can paint that champagne, or we find a different one. Excuse me. I will pull out my topper drawer and kind of see what we got and kind of go from there. I don't want to do anything with this yet. This is not dry. Thank you, Mary Lou. Let me pull out, I'm not going to pull out my, yeah, if you don't know yet, I have 3 big old drawers full of toppers. They're all wackadoodle, crazy kind of stuff. So it's always fun pulling them out. This is the heavy one. Oh my God. It may be that it doesn't even need a topper. Go big. I used to keep quiet when someone said something, but when they picked on Troy, do not pick on Troy. Like that is, so that is just disgusting in my book anyway. And there's people that have done it that are on other people's pages. And they're still welcome there. Not welcome here. I get toppers from her, like, this is an ornament. So this was like a Christmas ornament. This is what I tell people as far as toppers go. Anything can be a topper. So, like, these are curtain finials, right? Obviously, that's too big. Door handles are finials, or are toppers. Anything is a topper. I mean, I got witch hats. I got fairies. Anything you want can be a topper. But we need to go something like, we need to use this. We so have to use this. I want to do like an Alice in Wonderland. How stinking cool would that be? Isn't that awesome? He's one of my best friends since 70. Oh, Glorious, I'm so sorry. Hi, Patricia. Glorious, big hugs to you, darling. I'm so sorry to you. That's awful. They go after Becca, too? Yeah, don't do that. Don't. It takes a special kind of stupid to do stuff like that. I'm sorry, it just does. You like the one in my hand. This one, for this... Deer head topper. Do we like that? I would almost, but it's silver. It's not champagne. Still in shock. I bet, Glorious. I'm so sorry, darling. Heartbreaking. Yeah, there's no reason. Just keep going. Don't. Just keep going. Just move on. Don't. Oh, I gotta do something with this. So I have this topper. I'm leaving that out because that'll be... I like that one. Do you like that one? Actually, well, there's this one. We can paint this champagne. That's pretty. All right, let's leave that one out, that one out. I mean, I have all these different, like, they're curtain rod finials. I think that one's pretty. I think that would look pretty with that. These can all be painted, so don't look at the color. This thing, it's a curtain finial. Look at you all looking at my box. You cracked me up. I got boots. I got everything. I have just a plain little crystal. Oh, well, that ain't gonna really fit. Michelle, which one, darling? The last crystal. Ah! Oh, I got tons of finials. I got finials that would blow your mind. Gold ball thing. That big old wonker? First off, it would swallow half the bottle. Oh, yeah, no, that ain't going on there. Yeah, nobody needs to bully anybody. I don't know which one. Yeah, the curtain, they're all curtain finials. The big, I like that one in your hand. Your comments are delayed, darling. I don't know which one. I already probably changed. Go back to the last, I don't know what the last one is. That's too much. I keep trying to use that one and it's just not working. I have this first one brown. The first one the very first one I had before I pulled the drawer out. Oy vey. Clear with some metal on top. This one, I like this one. Yeah, I like this one. And I'm not feeling this one. This was the original one. I'm not feeling that one. I'm not feeling that. It's not that type of bottle. I like this one because I can paint that champagne and then leave that glass. And I like this one because I can paint that champagne too. All right, I like that idea. We're gonna pick 3 and you're gonna choose, I don't know. Maybe I'm just down to 2 because That one is so pretty. I still love this one. This one came from Hobby Lobby. See if I have any more crystal. See, my favorite are like the old doorknobs. This is a really old, that's more the enamel. These are all like my crackled ones, brown ones. I got purple, I got so much stuff in here. I can't even get to the bottom of it. These are old like wrought iron. I don't know. We're just going to pick out of those two. I like those. All the other ones are too big. I don't think I want a really big one for this. I want to keep it a little dainty. I'm just going to do this in my, and look at my iPad really quick. The one with the metal on the top and the bottom, paint champagne. Yeah, I can paint the champagne. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to wait for that to show up for me. And then I kind of like that. And we'll know more once it's all crackled and all the fun stuff. Because it's already after 8, I'm going to have to fly, let this dry, and come back. I kind of like that big crystal one. This one's going to be hard because I actually like both of these. I feel like with this one that I almost want to paint like, you guys know I already see a pumpkin on this one, right? Can you imagine this on a Zoom call live? No. But I really like this one too because I can paint this champagne. But I don't know, we'll play with them. All right, I'm going to let you guys go. I am going to figure out what I'm doing with all these brushes. In the water. I'm gonna have to wash brushes, y'all. God, it's like I hate doing brushes. Crystal wood tip. Yeah, I kind of like that. There's baby girl now, baby. All right, so I was going to show this to you up close so you guys could actually see it all finished. I still didn't put the angel on the bottom here in the back, but I will. But look how beautiful she is. I love her. We should do it, a Zoom. Oh, Lord, please. Do I spray prime? Always. Typically, if I can spray prime, I spray prime. If not, I use, my brain just went blank, my bonding primer from Pen Art. They're like my two favorites. So I use the Zinsser spray primer or the Pen Art bonding primer on glass. I feel like they're the two things that go down the smoothest, that go down the best. So those are my two favorite things to do. If it's too cold and it's too yucky out, even in the garage, I use the bonding primer. So, but I'll be back tonight probably around 10:30 or so, and we'll finish this. I will hopefully, now you don't really want to touch that. It's almost dry. I'm going to let that dry. Put some small wood bend or small molds on the topper to blend. Oh, Janet, thank you for the stars. I'm going to hopefully come back on tonight at like 10:30, Robin, and get it finished. But I will post it once I do have it finished. Zoom under the table with grapes. We're not zooming under the table. Maybe we could put some small wood bend on the topper to blend with the big mold for the body. Possibly. I thought about that when I was doing that other one. When I had the other toppers, I was thinking we could do that. And who knows? I may change my mind and not keep it black. I don't know. Once we get this all crackled and we get the pigment into the fine line, I'll have a better idea of what I'm doing. Because here's the thing. So I'm going to have to do something with the line I drew there. I want to come down the lines here with something as well. See what I mean? Like I'm going to have to kind of fine tune those lines a little bit. This is not paint that's in the actual bottle. That's the little crack in the bottle, right? It's on, well, it's not a crack. It's an indent in the bottle. The bottle's not broken. I do want to fine tune the edges of that. Perfect grapes, table, and us. And then maybe possibly do something here. I don't know. And this is going to get filled with the bling. So we're going to have bling there too. I just want it to look elegant and not be over the top, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want it too ornate, like woody look, and I don't want it too blingy. Like, I want that perfect mix of it. I want it to look elegant. So, but I'm going to head off, give this some time to dry. Every hour will be New Year somewhere, I know. You guys, if I don't see you again later on tonight, you guys have a wonderful New Year's. I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow night or not, but either Thursday or Friday I will. So, but I will be back later tonight if you want to join me. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you for being here when you could have been anywhere else. You guys know that means the absolute world to me. And I will see you all very, very soon. Bye-bye.